Looking forward to get your first drone? Well, it just got a bit harder with the recent releases from DJI. Over the years, we've watched them refine the entry-level experience, but with the simultaneous release of the DJI Neo 2 and the Lito series, they've effectively split the beginner market in two. On one side, you have the Lito series, which goes all in on traditional camera quality and endurance. On the other, the Neo 2 focuses almost entirely on AI-powered tracking and safety. Both are aimed squarely at first-time buyers, but they take completely different approaches to what a beginner drone should be. If you're hunting for your first flying camera, the decision is no longer just about budget, it's about your philosophy on flying. Let's look into the core differences between these two and see which one actually earns its spot in your bag. The first thing we have to talk about is the physical design, because it dictates exactly how you're going to use these machines. The DJI Neo 2 is what we'd call a cut-down, safer version of something like the Avata 2. It features a fully caged design that makes it incredibly safe for indoor flying or taking off directly from your palm. In contrast, the DJI Lito series follows a more traditional folding mini drone architecture. It lacks that full propeller cage, making it a bit more intimidating for true novices, despite its steady refinement in safety tech. From a photographic perspective, the Lito 1 and X1 have a clear physical advantage, a 3-axis mechanical gimbal. This gives you that buttery smooth, cinematic stability we've come to expect from DJI. The Neo 2, while technically impressive, relies more on electronic stabilization and AI tracking to get its shots. It's designed to be a helpful flying friend that follows you automatically, whereas the Lito series is built for the owner to actively create. If you want those zooming indoor to outdoor shots that look like they're from a movie, the Neo 2's Cinewhoop body is more capable of stunts. But if you want a stable platform for high-altitude landscapes, the Lito's heavier gimbal-stabilized airframe wins every time. When we look at the sensors, the divide becomes even more apparent. The DJI Neo 2 features a 1/2-inch CMOS sensor, which is plenty for quick social clips, but the Lito X1 pushes into professional territory with a 1.13-inch CMOS sensor and an f.17 aperture. This is a massive jump for an entry-level drone, offering D-Log-M support and superior performance across a broader range of light. While the standard Lito 1 shares a similar 1/2-inch sensor class with the Neo 2, it still pulls ahead by virtue of that 3-axis gimbal. The storage situation is another point of contention. The Neo 2 comes with 49 gigabytes of built-in memory, which is almost essential because its workflow is designed for app-based control and quick transfers to your phone. It's perfect for the social-first creator who doesn't want to fumble with cards. The Lito 1, however, relies on a micro SD card slot, which fits our professional workflow just fine, but might feel a bit old-school to a Gen Z user. The premium Lito X1 gives you the best of both worlds with 42 gigabytes of internal storage plus a card slot. If you care about video quality and post-processing, the X1 is the better long-term buy. If you just want to film yourself doing cool stuff and post it to Instagram immediately, the Neo 2 is the way to go. The specs on paper say the Neo 2 gets about 19 minutes of flight time, while the Lito series boasts an impressive 36 minutes. On the surface, that looks like double the time, but in reality, the difference is even more significant. You have to account for the time it takes to take off, get into position, and return to land with a safety margin. On the Neo 2, those working minutes are incredibly brief. If you haven't shelled out the extra $42 for the optional transceiver and a dedicated remote, you're limited to flying just a few meters away using your phone. The Lito series is much more traditional in its control scheme, coming with different RC options that offer a massive 15-kilometer range out of the box. The Neo 2's flexibility is its greatest strength though. You don't have to buy everything at once. You can start with just the drone and phone control, then later upgrade to DJI's motion controller and goggles for a full FPV experience. It's a drone that grows with you. However, if your goal is to explore a coastline or a mountain ridge, the Lito's battery life and built-in radio transceiver make it the only serious choice. The Neo 2 is a neighborhood drone. The Lito is an adventure drone. We have to address the elephant in the room, the FCC covered list. As of 2026, the US government has taken a very harsh stance on new Chinese-made drones, effectively banning the FCC from approving new DJI products. This has created a weird, fractured market. While both Lito drones were technically approved before the end of 2025, DJI has chosen not to sell them through its own US web store. This means that American customers have to wait and see if third-party retailers like Amazon or B&H can bridge the gap. The Neo 2 was one of the first drones to navigate this phantom ban. It initially skipped the official DJI store, but eventually made its way to major US retailers. We suspect the same will happen for the Lito series, but until availability stabilizes, it might be the deciding factor for our US viewers. So, who wins the beginner crown? In our opinion, the DJI Neo 2 is the superior tool for people who don't actually want to learn how to fly. If your priority is effortless, safe flying and capturing high-energy social clips of yourself, the Neo 2's AI tracking and cage design make a very strong case. It's something that prioritizes the user over the cinematography. However, if you care about the art of aerial photography, if you want stable video, long flight times to get the perfect shot, and the flexibility of D-Log-M, the Lito series is the better long-term investment. That's the breakdown. One is a flying gimbal, the other is a flying companion. It really comes down to whether you want to pilot the drone or have the drone pilot itself for you. We'll keep an eye on the US availability for the Lito series and update the links in the description as soon as they hit local stock. If you have any questions about the FPV upgrade path for the Neo 2 or the low light performance of the Lito X1, drop a comment down below and we'll get back to you. Thanks for watching, be blessed, and we'll see you in the next one.